You have. Okay, cool. What's been your favourite video? Have you seen our videos of Misha's? Shout out a couple. Big Pete was a good one, wasn't it?
Here he is. Perfect timing.
I did steer slightly away from the crashing video, go to Big Pete, so thank you, sir, for that. And Freddie's joined us again. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
This is very intercontinental, isn't it, at this stage?
Yeah, you know, it's fun. It's fun. It's we get to hang out with friends, with buddies, you know? It's like a little girl shopping trip, you know?
So what are you buying?
I'm not buying anything. I've already bought quite a bit. Well, I have a Rolls-Royce Wraith that is parts now.
You're raving inside, that kind of rave.
Yeah, exactly.
Duty free and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Anything to declare at Rolls-Royce range?
Yeah.
I'm doing a lap in it.
What's that?
I'm doing a lap in it.
I would love to do a lap in it. Unfortunately, I think we're going to, actually not unfortunately, but we're going to be raffling it off later this week.
So they can win it?
Yeah, anybody here can win it. So I don't know what the... What?
Win it?
Can I win it?
If you won it, people would like cry foul. They're like, shenanigans. That's it.
Well, we're up here talking about the Nürburgring, tales of the Nürburgring. You've had an experience with the Nürburgring, haven't you?
A bit. I'm flying there tomorrow, so I can figure out what's
This
up.
baffled my mind. So we did some filming, about a week and a half ago over in Nürburgring, Vulcan Alpha. We'll talk about that as well.
Yes.
It baffled my mind. How many laps you do on average a year? How many is that?
Between 500 and 1,000. Closer to
1,000 laps of the Nürburgring.
Okay, so let me just put this into perspective. One lap of the Nürburgring is equivalent to how many miles driven on a car?
It's very hard in the car.
Okay, well, it's like what? It's 21 kilometers, 20.32, so it's like 14 miles-ish.
Yeah, but how much air are you putting on the car?
A lot. It depends on how hard you're driving it.
If Misha's driving it, okay, so this is equivalent. I heard somewhere that it's like the equivalent of like 3,000 miles put on a car on like if you're doing a full bore lap on the Nürburgring. It's
so funny.
Yeah.
It again depends on the car because like different manufacturers put different values to it. Some say 1 kilometer is actually like 10 real kilometers, or maybe even 100.
What about a Jaguar XK8? What about that?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's do talk about who saw you get stitched up with a Jaguar going on automatic stand. Did we all see that? Yeah. And did the car come back? No. Where is that car now?
That's a good question. That is an AutoAlex question because I think Tom Lenthal had a psychic connection to that car, and the second it died, he was like, "Oh."
I mean, well, he tried hard to get that car there, didn't he? He drove through the night and everything.
Let me explain to you what that car went through. So Alex and Taylor and I,
Mark McCann as well.
Yeah, and Mark McCann. We did this cheap car challenge to the Nürburgring. So Mark had this Audi S8. I had a Jaguar XK8, and Alex had this Alfa Romeo, whatever.
I think it was a
155?
2 litre.
It's like a 159.
Yeah. No, I think Alpha 75.
Something like that. And then Taylor had this wonderful BMW Z3,
Supercharged.
and it was supercharged. It didn't have any intercooling, and I was convinced that he was going to blow up his engine. And turns out, a Jaguar XK8 driven by Misha, going 140 miles an hour. No, I'm not joking about that. We were doing 140. I don't know what the top speed of that car was. It was that.
Yeah.
It was that. That is the fastest that car has ever had. Any Jaguar XK8 has ever been. And he was driving it, and I asked him to do a little review while he was driving it.
He does that, yeah.
And
he scares people.
And he's telling me all sorts of stuff about the suspension and the braking and the turn-in and all that stuff. And then he goes, "Well, I think the engine just went." Yep, engine's no good. That's it. We got no power. And immediately I'm thinking, oh, we're leaving like a big oil slick in the back. We got to worry about people behind us. And then I'm thinking, oh no, I'm going to get that bill from whoever's going to pick us up because it's like 300 or 500 euros.
It's so expensive.
300 euros, but the biggest fear is indeed if we leak oil. and someone would have crashed over that oil,
Yes.
who would have been responsible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liable. Or if someone,
Well,
a biker, or-
listen, it's Alex. I'm a tourist here. You know, I can't. I'm not working. I don't own this car, so.
you have a VIP Delta Air program that you can hop on a plane.
Exactly. I'm
See,
just like,
your problem.
yeah, just put it on my.
But it's actually quite a convenient breakdown. You break down just by where you can actually get off the track, didn't you?
Exactly, we were very lucky. And actually, before that, I think 2 months before that, I broke another engine there. Well, not me, the engine went. It was a Volvo 240, so that.
Let's just roll the conversation back to when we said about how many miles the Nürburgring puts on.
Exactly.
You just told me in the space of 10 seconds you've done 2 engines already.
In 1 year, yeah.
In
Yeah.
1 year? Just in 1 year?
Yeah.
So you do 1,000
Engines
laps
a year.
1,000 engines a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So basically BMW.
Yeah.
So 1,000 laps a year times, let's say, 3,000 miles. My math is bad because I'm jet lagged. What's 1,000 times 3,000?
A big number.
That's a big number. That's how many miles he puts on cars. That's how much
3
beating he
million.
puts on cars every year at the Nürburgring.
Nursed my car around the Nürburgring, and it is terrifying. And it's like every time you go around it, it's roll of the dice. It could be really good, sometimes really good, sometimes very bad. I won't use the actual words because it's children. But
So-
you just go out there for fun.
Yeah.
And smash it and overtake cars at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Okay, the issue that I had, because I was not, I drove the Nürburgring on like Gran Turismo a million years ago, and I've never driven the track, and even when I was playing on the video game, it just seemed like, you know, okay, this corner goes into this corner, it just all becomes like you get corner blindness.
They all look the same.
Yeah. But then you go there, and it's so much worse than you can ever imagine. It's like every corner is blind. There's people behind you doing 150 miles an hour, and you have to be looking for them because they're on the racing line and they're not going to stop for you.
It's him, it's people like
Yeah,
him,
it's him.
basically. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
him. He's in a
not him.
GT3 RS, and
Yeah.
by the way, all the GT3 RSs in the world are at the Nürburgring. It's like the Camry of the Nürburgring. So it's so intimidating because all these corners are blind, and if you go off even for a little bit, you have a real big chance of stuffing your car in a way where it's not coming back.
You can be killed to death, I think, on the Nürburgring. Pretty
Killed
much.
to death.
Killed to death, I think, is the correct
You're not
term.
getting better.
Yeah. The thing is, who's been to Nürburgring? Can we show hands who's been to Nürburgring? There's a few people.
Oh, nice.
It is
Wow.
one of the coolest places in the world. It's like this sushi belt of cool cars just kind of going round, and you just go, oh, I quite like the idea of that one. That one's quite nice as well. That's cool. And every BMW ever built is going around the Nürburgring at any one point, it seems.
Can we, all right, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial. Are there any Germans in the audience?
There's a couple.
Okay,
Careful
you
with
might
that hand.
want to close your ears here. So the Germans, they're all about their rules, right? They're all about their rules and regulations. You have to follow this, and you can't do this, and you have to pay for this, and blah, 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 right? So on the Nürburgring is colloquially the most famous track in the world.
Toll road.
Race track, right?
Toll road.
But it's not a track. It's actually a public road. And because it's a public road, you don't have to wear a helmet. And because it's a public road, you don't have to go through tech inspection or anything like that.
Or harnesses.
Or
Yeah,
harnesses.
yeah.
But the problem is, if you make, like, on a public road, if I went on the M1 and I wanted to if I wanted to video myself, I can do that. But Germany won't let you do that because it's the Nürburgring. So it's like halfway into a track.
Yeah.
But like the rules apply to us when we can make money.
Yeah.
But when you want to make money, no. Listen. It's hallowed ground. You can't just be making videos on this.
I think you do. And you do every single day. And you're a machine, a media machine, because to see you work whilst making a video, there is not a single wasted at a moment. You have your cameras for your feet, for the dials, for the rear, for the front, for the second front, and off you go. And in 15, 20 minutes, you've done another video. How many do you do a day?
It depends on the day because the track is open from 5 till 7 during the weeknights, and then on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, if there's no event, like no race happening, the track would be open from 8 in the morning till 7 in the evening. So that gives you a lot of time to create content.
Yeah.
So on average, I mean, if a lap takes you between, let's say, 7 to 10 minutes, depends on the speed of the pace of the car, but you need to get on the track, off the track. So best case, I take roughly half an hour per car with everything filming quickly, and that's one video done. And then on to the next one.
One video and a half an hour? Oh, listen, we're just having fun here, man.
personal.
You need to bring up all these personal questions.
Let's pick that scab.
Yeah.
Let's be fair, it's not 7 videos a day, is it?
No, it's
My
it's-
record was 15 videos a day with,
15 a
with
day?
I think with 2 or 3 track closures and me saying, okay, I'm done for the day, I'm tired.
I was saying, you must be physically exhausted. It's a workout.
It is.
As an athlete of myself, I can tell a workout when I see one, yeah.
Yes, because of course it's not only like a workout because they put a lot of physical strain on your body by driving through all these undulations. Because you need to indeed drive a car, to be focused what's happening in front of you, what's happening behind you, and sometimes present and make sure that the passenger or the owner of the car is okay and that and I'll be honest here, you need to have a fine sweet spot because if you're too cautious